Good morning. Morning. My name is Lori Lacara, and I am the Marketing and Community Outreach Manager here at Hillside Memorial Park. On behalf of Paul Goldstein, our General Manager, and the entire staff, I would like to welcome you to our annual Mother's Day Remembrance Service. As a mother of 2 young children, the most important values I felt necessary to instill in them were kindness, compassion, and of course, tzedakah. I am honored to be part of an organization that upholds the same values, both here at Hillside and within the community. An important part of Hillside's commitment to the Los Angeles Jewish community is our Hesed program. We are proud to provide educational programs to rabbinic students each year and to welcome hundreds of religious and day school students to learn about the Jewish customs, rituals, and end-of-life practices. We are also committed to offering continued support to you and your family through our grief support programs. And on a lighter note, we are proud to maintain a community Geniza and welcome members from the community to take part in an annual ceremony retiring Torah scrolls and worn prayer books. We are especially grateful for your generosity and continued support, enabling Hillside to be of great benefit in furthering the services of JFS, SOVA Community Food and Resource Program, Starkey Hearing Foundation, and the Jules Stein Eye Institute. Hesed, the attribute of grace, benevolence, or compassion, loving kindness. The Hillside Hesed Project was created as a means for our community, visitors, and employees to make a meaningful contribution to the lives of those who are in most need of support. We each have the ability to create change and make a difference, whether it's a can of food, a pair of eyeglasses, or your precious time. We all have the capacity within us to give the gift of tzedakah, the gift of kindness, and most simply, the gift of hope. I would like to thank all of you for joining us on this special day, as well as those participating in today's service. And it is now my pleasure to introduce Rabbi Cantor Dee Thomas to lead us in today's service.
Happy Mother's Day to everybody. It's wonderful to be here in this glorious chapel on this beautiful day. We're preparing for a little bit of June weather, but we have this beautiful, beautiful room filled with our wonderful flowers and our fabulous musicians. And you have this wonderful program that has been prepared by Lori and the beautiful people here at Hillside that are so devoted every day, always, to creating wonderful memories and beautiful moments for everybody. We have a fantastic program today of music, a musical tribute to the feminine energy that we owe so much gratitude to in our lives. We have women who touch us in our lives. Motherhood takes many forms. Not everybody is blessed with a perfect familial relationship. Sometimes the mother connection is perfect and it's just absolutely, filled with pink roses and wonderful happy memories of bliss, and then sometimes it's a little more complicated and challenging, but the bond is something that is a connection that cannot be how shall we say avoided, and it is something to be blessed and treasured. It is something that transcends all. And even if it is a bond that is through adoption, or it comes to us through other channels or through other ways in our very eclectic family orientations. We have so many different channels through which families are born today. It's such a blessing in the way that we get children and the way that families come together. So what we celebrate today is love, and the way that we have this union of partnership, of souls coming together to nurture and to celebrate and to be one. And that's a blessing, and that is a gift from God. And when we celebrate mothers, and we celebrate the Shekhinah, the divine feminine aspect of God, we also have to celebrate the love between two partners, because as we come together in this place, in this wonderful, glorious hillside, which is one of my most favorite places on earth, maybe in all the realms, we have to remember that without a loving partnership between two devoted companions, there would not be a union that brings forth a child. So we also have to remember that when we come to a moment like this, we have memories of a loved one that we've lost. So our first song is The Way We Were. So if you find yourself humming along, or you think that maybe you want to sing, feel free. The Way We Were. The corners of my mind, misty watercolored memories of the way we were. Scattered pictures of the smiles we left behind, smiles we gave to one another for the way we were. Can it be that it was oh so simple then? Or has time rewritten every line? If we had the chance to do it all again, tell me, would we? Could we? Memories, they may be beautiful, and yet what's too painful to remember? We simply chose to forget. So it's the laughter we will remember. Abraham Lincoln said, "All that I am or ever hope to be, I owe to my angel mother." Rudyard Kipling said, "God could not be everywhere, and therefore he made mothers." We have a text in our memorial booklet, if you'll turn to it. It's called Eshet Chayil, a Woman of Valor, and it's something that is said in a traditional home every Shabbat. It's on page 14. Our booklets go right to left. It's the way we read Hebrew. And it's done by a husband for his wife every Shabbat, and then as the children grow older, they learn it and they do it as well, and we do it at a time of interment, a time of memorial. And I only do it when it applies. If you look at the words, we have it here in the English. In a good traditional home, it's chanted in the Hebrew. And you can see that if we all lived in the ways of an Eshet Chayil, the world that we have, that we know, would be a much better place. We should all live in a glorious way. So we're going to read these words aloud, and we're going to take these qualities into our own being. And hopefully when we leave this chapel, we will live in these ways as a woman of valor. So we're going to read these words, and then we're going to think of the women in our lives that do carry these traits with them, and we're going to celebrate them in this moment. So together. Eshet Chayil, a woman of valor who can find. She is more precious than fine pearls. Her husband trusts in her, and so he lacks nothing. She does him good, never harm, all the days of her life. She perceives that her labor is rewarding. Her candle burns on into the night. She reaches out to those in need and extends her hands to the poor. She is clothed in strength and dignity, and she faces the future cheerfully. She speaks with wisdom. The law of kindness is on her lips. Her children and grandchildren rise up and bless her. Her husband sings her praises. Many daughters have done valiantly, but you excel them all. And now we are going to sing Unforgettable, because when you have an Eshet Chayil in your life, she is truly unforgettable. I know you know this song. Unforgettable, that's what you are. Unforgettable, though near or far. Like a So we have a psalm in our text, and if you look in your book at the top of page 14, Psalm 23, it is attributed to King David. It crosses over through many different denominations of our faith. Adonai is my shepherd. We're going to read it together. Adonai, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. God makes me lie down in green pastures, leads me beside still waters, and restores my soul. You lead me in right paths for the sake of your name. Even when I walk in the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You have set a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You have anointed my head with oil, my cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of God forever. You know, some people look at that psalm and they find that to be a psalm, they think of death, but I always find great comfort in that psalm, because we always know that wherever we go, God is with us. And it's interesting when we come to a time where we're celebrating Mother's Day, we have a poem that some of you may know, A Mother's Love, and it was written by Helen Steiner Rice, and I will read it to you at this time. A mother's love is something that no one can explain. It is made of deep devotion and of sacrifice and pain. It is endless and unselfish and enduring, come what may, for nothing can destroy it or take that love away. It is patient and forgiving when all others are forsaking, and it never fails or falters even though the heart is breaking. It believes beyond believing when the world around condemns, and it glows with all the beauty of the rarest, brightest gems. It is far beyond defining. It defies all explanation, and it still remains a secret like the mysteries of creation. A many-splendored miracle man cannot understand, and another wondrous evidence of God's tender, guiding hand. And now we will sing One Hand, One Heart from West Side Story. Make of our hands one hand, make of our hearts one heart, make of our vows one last vow. Only death will part us now. Make of our lives one life, day after day, one life. Now it begins, now we start. One hand, one heart, even death won't part us now. And now I would like to call forward Michael Katz for an original remembrance story.
Thank you, Rabbi Cantor. So, about a month or so ago, I received this phone call, and somebody wanted me to come back again and tell a story for the Mother's Day, Remembrance Day. And I was thinking to myself, I didn't tell anywhere for Mother's Day. And she said, oh no, it was you. You definitely told. And I was going, I don't think so. I go, where is this at? And she said, Hillside Memorial. I said, I think I would have remembered that because my mother's resting here and 7 of my relatives are as well. And she said, I don't know where we both were flabbergasted. And I said, well, if the person you are looking for is available, please have them come. But if not, I'm a storyteller. I would love to come. And here I am. And I love remembrance. And I love thinking of those people that have been in my life because they give me an opportunity to think about how I want to be remembered. And that affects the way I act and the way I speak. And so when I was asked to do this, I started thinking about my mother and the positive qualities that I know I received from her. She loves friends. She was amazing with her friends, amazing to her friends. And my brother was just commenting yesterday about how he notices that everywhere I travel, I have many friends there. My mother loved to laugh. Trust me. My mother loved the gift of gab. I became a professional storyteller. My mother was an excellent cook. You will have to ask my wife about that. But my mother also loved creatures of all sizes, animals, all sizes. And one day, it was a day like today, but it was actually raining. And we had a good rain, and so much rain that the worms were coming out of the grass, and they were on the sidewalk. And well over 100 worms. And, they're squirming and squiggling all over the place, and we're trying to avoid them, because I love worms. I mean, what gardener doesn't love worms, And so we're avoiding them, and I keep walking, and I notice my mother's no longer with me. And I look back, and one by one, she's picking up the worms and putting them on the grass. I go, Mom, what are you doing? And she points up to the telephone wire, and there's birds up on the telephone wire. And she said, they're going to eat the worms, and then, or they'll dry up. And I'm just, Mom. And 15 seconds later, there I am picking up worms and putting them on the grass. One of the kinds of stories, though, that I love the most are these folk tales. It's what I tell the most. And when I was trying to decide on a folk tale to share with you for today, I couldn't think of one. I said, what story do I have that's for mothers, and what story do I have that deals with remembrance? And my wife, who reads far more than me, in fact, she's in 1 year read more of the books I have than I've read. And she said, oh, you've got a perfect story. I go, what story? And she said, the mirror story. I said, the mirror story? And she said, yes. She said, in the Japanese fairy tale book. This one here. I have 2 books in my library of books that I got from my grandfather, who's resting here as well, my mother's father. And this had the perfect story in it. It's a great collection of Japanese fairy tales by Lafcadio Hearn. And if you want to see me afterwards and look at the book, because some people are familiar with this book. The story's called The Mother in the Mirror. You see, in a village of Japan, way out in the country, there was a husband and a wife and their lovely daughter, their baby daughter. This couple, they did not have much, but they were happy. One day, the husband needed to go into the big city of Kyoto. And when he was there, he was going to do some work, but he was certain he wanted to bring something special back from the city to his wife and to his baby daughter. So when he was done with his work, he took some of the money he had, he bought some toys for his baby daughter, and he bought something very special for his wife. It was called a mirror. Now, this was an old story, and let's remember, not everybody had a mirror. In fact, only the wealthy or people that would live in the city even knew what one was. And so he bought a mirror for his wife because he wanted her to see how beautiful she was. So he brought back the gifts. He gave the toys to the baby daughter, and she was playing with him for hours on the floor. And then he gave the box with the mirror in it to his wife. She opened it up and she unwrapped it, and she just stared at it because she didn't know what it was. And her husband said, "It's a mirror. Look into it." She held it up and she said, "Oh, what a beautiful woman." And then she looked in again and she said, "Why, she's wearing the same dress I am." Her husband laughed too, and he said, "It's a mirror. It's your own reflection. That's you." Oh, and she was fascinated by this mirror. And she looked at herself for a while, and she looked at herself for hours. And she was insightful enough to realize that this mirror could lead to vanity. So she wrapped it up again. She put it back in the box. It was very special, but she didn't trust herself with this mirror. And she put it away in the attic for safekeeping. Time passed, 18 years. And sadly, she grew ill. The mother grew ill. And there was no cure. So she called her daughter to her and said, "Make a promise to me. When I'm gone and have returned to our ancestors, open up this box." And she handed the box with the mirror in it to her daughter. She said, "Every morning, look into this mirror and you'll see that I'm watching over you." The mother passed. And the daughter, that beautiful daughter who was the splitting image of her mother, went and opened up that box in the first morning, and she held it up, and why, there was her mother looking right at her. When she was crying, her mother cried with her. When she smiled, her mother smiled with her. She looked into this mirror for days. And sometimes she'd even talk to her mother. And one day, the father was watching his daughter. He said, "What are you doing? There's a way you look in the mirror. It's very strange. You're not primping yourself. It's almost as if you're talking to someone." And then she told her father about the promise she had made to her mother, and that every time she looked into it, her mother was watching over her. When she would cry, her mother would be crying with her. When she'd be laughing, her mother would laugh with her. And her father started to cry because he missed his wife. And he was so grateful for the gift that she gave the daughter. Some time passed, and the daughter learned what a mirror actually was. But she wasn't angry. She was grateful that her mother had given her the gift of remembrance.
Thank you. We actually have a prayer of remembrance that we're going to be doing, and that's In Judaism, we're commanded to remember. It's through our memories and through remembering that our loved ones get to always live on. And that's the special thing about being Jewish. We always give honor, we give kavod to those who come before us. And we are actually right now going to celebrate that remembrance with, I know that many of you probably grew up with your loved ones singing "You Are My Sunshine" to you. So let's honor them as we sing "You Are My Sunshine."
fill
as we move forward in our tradition and in our prayer book, we celebrate our loved ones, and we celebrate the gifts that they give us, and we celebrate the journey that we have with them. And so on 24 and 25, we speak of the journey. So let's read that together. Birth is a beginning and death a destination, but life is a journey, a going, a growing from stage to stage, from childhood to maturity and youth to age, from innocence to awareness and ignorance to knowing, from foolishness to discretion and then perhaps to wisdom, from weakness to strength or strength to weakness and often back again, from health to sickness and back we pray to health again, from offense to forgiveness, from loneliness to love, from joy to gratitude, from pain to compassion and grief to understanding, from fear to faith, from defeat to defeat to defeat, until looking backward or ahead, we see that victory lies not at some high place along the way, but in having made the journey, stage by stage, a sacred pilgrimage. Birth is a beginning and death a destination, but life is a journey, a sacred pilgrimage made stage by stage to life everlasting. And we're so blessed to have this journey of life that we all share together. And we're so blessed to have the opportunity to remember our loved ones, to come into this beautiful space of Hillside that is so lovingly taken care of. I'm so blessed to be here in all the different seasons of our lives and watch how the leaves change on the trees as much as they do here in California, and watch how they go ahead and they fertilize the grass and they put the little notices out, please, forgive us as we're tending to the lawn, and how they change the flowers. And I love it when it all, comes into bloom. And I love when Mother's Day happens, and I love when Kevra Vote happens, and everything, is just beautified for all of you. And it's just a blessing to be able to be here in this beautiful space. And thank you, everybody, for coming here to celebrate your loved ones. So we are a people of memory. So let's read the text at the bottom of 26 and the top of 27. And may you be blessed for remembering your loved ones. So you can say all of it or just say, we remember them. At the rising of the sun and in its going down, we remember them. At the blowing of the wind and in the chill of winter, we remember them. At the opening of buds and in the rebirth of spring, we remember them. At the blueness of skies and in the warmth of the summer, we remember them. At the rustling of leaves and in the beauty of autumn, we remember them. At the beginning of the year and when it ends, we remember them. As long as we live, they too will live, for they are now a part of us as we remember them. When we are weary and in need of strength, we remember them. When we are lost and sick at heart, we remember them. When we have joy we crave to share, we remember them. When we have decisions that are difficult to make, we remember them. When we have achievements that are based on theirs, we remember them. For as long as we live, they too will live, for they are now a part of us as we remember them. And now we have our prayer of memory, our El Malay Rachamim. And so if you will turn to page 18, and if you are able to, please rise. It's actually on page 19. I'm going to do, we are here for Mother's Day, but we're going to remember all our mothers and our fathers. I'm going to do the one for Kevra Vote that you see there for Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. No, actually, I'm going to do I'm going to do the ones for female. No, I'm going to do the ones for Kevra Vote. I go through this all the time, but I'm going to do everybody because, it's so hard. We have males that are doing female roles now, so I'm going to do the one for, I'm going to do everybody. Okay, on the middle of page 19. I think I went through this 2 years ago. Okay. So take a moment to remember everybody. Deep breath in, deep breath out. El Malay Rachamim Shochet Hamsei menachenechana tachat kanfei hashechina im kadoshim tachorim kezohar harakia mazehirim lenishmat yakirenu shehalchu leolamam bal harachamim yastirehem besater knafav leolamim veyitzror vitzror hachayim et nishmatam Adonai hu nachalatam veyanuchu v'shalom al mishkavam v'nomar Amen. Together on the top of page 19. O compassionate God, eternal Spirit of the universe, grant complete rest in your sheltering presence to our loved one who has entered eternity, Master of motherly love, sheltered by your divine wings. May he or she be bound up in the bond of eternal life. Eternal God is their inheritance, and may they rest in peace. Amen. Please be seated. And now, on page 26, let's do the reading at the top. When I die, if you need to weep, cry for someone walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around others and give them what you need to give me. You can love me most by letting hands touch hands and souls touch souls. You can love me most by sharing your joys and multiplying your good deeds. You can love me most by letting me live in your eyes and not in your mind. And when you say Kaddish for me, remember what our Torah teaches. Love doesn't die, people do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. And that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to love our loved ones. We are supposed to give that love away. And we're supposed to share that love. And it's so difficult to do that when we're hurting and we miss them. We want to pick up that phone. We want to talk to them. And, sometimes it's hard. And it's challenging. But sometimes we have music that comes on the radio, or sometimes we have a little fragrance that we smell that reminds us of them. And, it just sort of fills our heart and our soul with just a sense of them. And that kind of gives us a sense of connection. And that connection brings us joy. And so let's sing together Over the Rainbow, because one day that connection, maybe we get it again on some ethereal plane. We can all hope for that. But while we're here, we remember and we live our life fully and completely, because it's through us that they live on. Somewhere over the rainbow, merging into somewhere. When all the world is a hopeless jumble and the raindrops tumble all around, heaven opens a magic lane. When all walking up the skyway. There's a rainbow highway to be found, leading from your window pane to the place behind the sun, just the step beyond the rain. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why, then why can't there's a place for us somewhere, a place for us In our tradition, we have the blessing to celebrate God. And when we say our prayers and we sing love songs, we have all these love songs that we've just sung. And sometimes in my rabbinate and in my cantorate, I'm so blessed to have that duality because I get to sing the love songs of God. And having done 37 musicals and been blessed to have done, that side of life, I've sung a lot of love songs on the stage. But you can interchange a love song, whether it be between a loving partnership, you could interchange it between a human being and the Creator. And when we say Kaddish, if you look at the translation, we are celebrating the divine. And when we put praise out to God every day, or when we get up and we show gratitude, and we send that positive energy out into the universe for the gift of life. I mean, we are so grateful. We should have that gratitude for the gift of being here so we can experience love and life and joy. Yes, there's heartache. Yes, there's pain. But without that tragedy in our life, that terrible sadness that we do feel, we would not be able to feel that tremendous gift of joy. The tremendous joy of being able to live and love and laugh, to hold a baby in our arms, the gift of being able to be a mother, the gift of being able to know the love of a partner, a spouse, the gift of being able to get up every day and say, okay, yes, I have some aches and pains. Yes, I have to go to the doctor today, and yes, I may be retired, but it does feel like a full-time job just to stay alive. But yes, I am alive, and thank you, God, for this gift. And I do on another day. And I will come and I'll visit a hillside, and I'll keep coming and coming and coming. And yes, I will buy another plot. I'll keep coming and coming, and I'll visit my friends, and I'll keep coming and coming until the day that someone will visit me. And we'll keep that legacy going, L'Ador V'Ador, from generation to generation. And that's what we're meant to do. And we pass that gift on. I'm blessed to have my children here in the front row, and I'm blessed to be with all of you. So we pass this gift on as we say Kaddish for our loved ones. So if you will please turn in your booklets, and we're blessed to have flowers here in the back, and they're all out there waiting for us. There was, hopefully we've lasted long enough. I was thinking of stopping early, and then I saw the rain. I know they said, please will you go to 11. I was thinking, well, I'll stop at 11:15, and I saw the rain. Here comes the rain. I thought I'll throw that one in, but the instrumentalists would be upset if I threw them a curveball. So if you're able to, please rise to turn to page 31, and then we'll close with You Are the Wind Beneath My Wings, and we are on time. I will raise my hand when I say Ve'imaru, and amen means I agree, may it be so. If you want to look at the English translation, you will see that it's all an exaltation of the divine. Be prepared to turn that page. We're going to do a Kaddish, and then we'll do the Wind Beneath Our Wings. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah, Be'alma divrach Yeruteh, Be'yamlich Malchuteh, B'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayeh dechol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala v'zman kariv v'imiru, Yehei Shemei Rabbah mevarach le'alam l'omei amaya, Yit parach v'yish tabach v'yit pa'ar v'yit ramam v'yit naseh, V'yit hadar, v'yit alev, v'yit halal, Shemei dekudasha b'richu, La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, Tush v'chata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alama v'imru, Yehei shalom rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, Oseh shalom b'imromav hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. May God, who is the creator of all, the source of everything that we have in this life and beyond to experience and enjoy, We give gratitude to. We give gratitude to all of the feminine women in our lives that have brought us joy. We give gratitude to our mothers for everything that they have done and given to us in our lives. May we take all of their beautiful positive attributes and carry them forward. And we give gratitude to all of you for being here today. We give gratitude to everyone at Hillside who do so much to keep this beautiful place going. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to Paul. Thank you to Lori. Thank you to Jenna. Thank you to everybody that works here. Thank you to our musicians. The wind beneath my wings. You can be seated if you're tired of standing. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Think of your loved ones. If you want to sing, go ahead. It must have been cold there in my shadow to never have sunlight on your face. You were content to let me shine, that's your way. You always walked a step behind. So I was the one with all the glory, while you were the one with all the strength. A beautiful face without a name for so long, a beautiful smile to hide the pain. Did you ever know that you're my hero? And everything I would like to be. And I can fly higher than an eagle, 'cause you are the wind beneath my wings. Have appeared to go unnoticed, but I've got it all here in my heart. I want you to know I know the truth. Of course I know it. I would be nothing without you. Did you ever know you? Did I ever tell you you're my Happy Mother's Day. Thank you, everyone, for being here. We have lots of treats for you out there. Everyone, please join us. Please join us outside.